Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your time zone. Thank you very much for always watching our videos. We're going to discuss about the water issue in Anambra State and the promise by Professor Soludo, the Anambra State government, to tackle the water issue head-on in this year 2024. We are going to discuss about that, and we will first of all welcome you to this wonderful video. I hope you are having a wonderful time. Please like, comment, turn on notification button, and share. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, please. I am Kodili-nye. So we're going to read out what the Commissioner for Water Resources, Power and Water Resources in Anambra State, Engineer Julius Melekam Chukwu Emeka, what he said about the promise of the governor to tackle head-on the issue of water. And look at what he said. In my New Year message, I announced that my principal, the solution governor, Professor Soludo, CFR, has approved over 8 billion naira to resuscitate and rehabilitate water scheme according to the state across the state in line with his campaign promises. We have begun to march words with action as regards providing uninterrupted, clean, potable water supply to the people since the year started. Last week, my team and I visited the traditional ruler of Awka, Igwe Obijackson Ezozo Awka, to hand over the rehabilitation of Greater Awka water scheme to the company handling it, as was reported in the news. Last Wednesday, my team was at Nnewi for the technical handover of the rehabilitation of Nnewi Water Project to the contractor, One Dot Associate Limited, with the leadership of Nnewi community present. On Thursday, my team again was at the Maribon Obizi water scheme. That's the one you are watching. People have turned into swimming pool, where the project was handed over to the contracting firm. And just yesterday, my team was at Otuocha water scheme to hand over the rehabilitation of the water scheme to the firm in charge. I was represented at this week event by the Ministry Director of Water, Mr. Victor Ezekwo. There, the contracting firm, Zamek Ventures Limited, was introduced to the Agureli community. Soludo made a promise, and here is him fulfilling the promise of bringing water supply back in the state. So we are going to discuss about that. What the picture or video you are watching is the OBZ water scheme in Agwata, in Uga town community, in Agwata local government. This water scheme has been used for political gymnastics and gimmicks by successive governments. Now the young people has turned it into a swimming pool. This is supposed to be the water source for Agwata area and the greater part of Anambra State. But now it's being used. This is the water storage tanks being used as a swimming pool. That's a fallacy. That's what the Anambra State has suffered. Sorry about that for the break in transmission. This, what has happened in Anambra State. The Anambra State has suffered over the years because of incompetency of leadership that has not solved a simple problem of water supply in the state. The state has been left on its own with a lot of waterborne diseases, illnesses. And look at this is supposed to be a multi-million water project that was done a long time ago and was abandoned. And people using it as a swimming pool. And it's very sad. So we're going to look at this promise of Soludo to bring water supply in the state, running in major areas of the state. Let's see if it can achieve this. That's what we're going to discuss right now. So we are looking at this promise, and I want you to comment about this. Do you think he can achieve this? Do you think he has the capacity or is able to achieve this? Do you think he can be trusted on this? Thinking about that, since Anambra State was created, that none of the government has deemed fit to complete this project. Look at, and it had been abandoned. And Onitsha, no water. Awka, there is no water supply. And Nnewi, no water supply. Everywhere in the state, there is no water. So, and this has created urban poverty because people has to pay a lot of money to buy untreated water just to have something to use for their personal purpose. So, but that's what we always say in this channel, that the politicians in Nigeria has not been able to solve even a simple problem of water. If you call a drilling company, they will give you water within 2-3 days, and you distribute it inside your house. But a government that has capacity to do this cannot even do it in 30 years, 40 years. So you'll be thinking, is it that there is no money for this, or there's no water in the state, or just the incompetence of the politicians, or poor leadership generally in Nigeria? What is the problem? Please, if you know the problem, you can comment on the comment section, because that's what we are discussing. It's still like Anambra that has water all over the place. Flooding is a major issue. Rivers, streams, all of them sometimes burst their banks, causing environmental problem. Cannot have water. Is it not a fallacy? So for 30-40 years, no water. No city can say of water anywhere. No clean drinking water. So, and this has caused a lot of problem. Health issues. People have been having has to kick bucket because they don't know what they are consuming, drinking. So that's what we are discussing, and I want you to join in this discussion and see if this promise will bring any changes. If it will truly bring any changes. If Soludo can radically solve this problem once and for all. Because it's cheaper to have a public water supply and it's hygienically better. So that's what we are discussing. So if you think it can work, just bring the comments, bring your own ideas and knowledge. Let's discuss on the comment section. I'm still Kodili-nye, the son of Wonderful. Stay tuned. So this is the handing over of water project in different areas in Anambra State by the commissioner and his team, Engineer Julius and his team in the Power and Water Session Ministry of Anambra State, handing over a lot of water projects that was abandoned for more than 30 years in the state. Most of these were something that you will be thinking that the politicians, instead of making huge promises that they cannot fulfill, but this is areas they can actually easily make hay while the sun shines. Provision of water, because those water people are going to pay for it. This will, in Onitsha alone, Greater Onitsha, the government can be getting something between 2 to 5 billion from water supplied every year. In Awka, around 1 billion, 1 to 2 billion, and the Nnewi around 1 billion, because people are going to pay for it. So Onitsha 5 billion, even some people are saying that the government can as well be making up to 10 billion from water in Onitsha if properly connected, distributed. That in 6 months they can actually supply water to most of the Greater Onitsha. And they will also help to increase the revenue, internally generated revenue, and they also help to beautify the environment, because the water can be used to clean the streets that have been in a mess for many years, and get the trees up growing again, and the grasses and a lot of things. So they think that the government over the years have failed in their responsibility to provide water, because the health of the people should have been a major concern to the government, but not in Anambra State, not in Nigeria, and this has caused a lot of health issues. And the government keep on talking about health, but they are at the same time the causes of health challenges people are having, because if the people cannot have clean drinking water, their life is in danger. So that's what we are discussing at this time. We are discussing about it. Do you think Soludo can accomplish this? You just heard that the Soludo released 8 billion to solve water crisis in the state, to change the narrative, resuscitation of water. You can't believe that Aguleri was part of the place that was announced, and the former governor was talking about building Aguleri water scheme. But you can see that he did not actually done much there, because for 8 years, and he was also from Aguleri, he cannot even solve water problem in his own town. Think about that. Is it not a fallacy that somebody being a governor for 8 years and boasting of working, but he cannot even solve water crisis in his own village? So is it a rocket science to distribute water to household, in a place, in Onitsha, in Awka, in Nnewi? Private people can do that if the government give them license to do that. You can just engage like 10 companies. Those 10 companies will distribute this water. They will build, and the government become a regulator. They will be paying them for supplying the water, and the government will have if amount he pay for their maintenance. So and the people pay for water. At least every flat in the major cities of Onitsha, Awka, Nnewi would be paying something like a month 1,000 or 2,000 for water. So like maybe 12,000 for each flat a year, 12,000 or more a year, and the government will make a lot of money, because in the Greater Onitsha alone, you can count the number of flats in the place. If you count the number of flats, it's a lot. You'll be talking about in hundreds of thousands. So that's exactly what we are discussing. That is it na agụba adronko ko na akpụ ya maro ihe na-eme. kedu ihe kwụsịrị ndị be anyị? Kedu ihe mee na ndị politicians anyị nwere ike solve a problem? A little problem, they cannot solve it. They don't solve it. Anytime anybody gets into power, they create multiples of problems. Buhari get into power, he had created his own problems. Many of the governors get into power, instead of solving one problem, they create 7, 10 problems. So can Soludo solve one problem in Anambra State? Can water supply be one of the problems he's going to solve? You heard in Enugu State, the governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, was talking about solving Enugu water crisis. And he started tackling it head on. But it remained to be seen if he will solve that. The initial gragra, known for all those politicians in Nigeria. Let's see if he will be able to solve that. It's a fallacy. It's a disgrace for a multi-million water scheme cannot be done, cannot be finished. It was abandoned for years. And the community will be busy. The children were using it as a swimming pool. You saw in the video. It was sad. So it was sad. It's terrible to think about that. So if the government cannot provide, why are they there for? Over the years, even before the election is not even around the corner like that in Anambra. Some of them are moving around already, making a lot of huge promises, making all those false promises which they cannot fulfill. So let's see this year, before the end of the year, and see the whole Soludo, if he will fulfill this promise. If he can actually solve water problem in the state, he would have solved one problem which no other politician has ever solved in the history of the state. No problem that is in the state, one, just name one, that was solved completely by a state government in Anambra State or even in Nigeria. But rather they have created more problems, and people has been suffering. So let's see if they can solve this problem of water in the state. It's a fallacy. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that a state like Anambra State doesn't have a public water system. It's a disgrace. People are talking about road. How about water? Water is part of the food chain. Water is part of the food chain. And water is one of the easiest things to provide. You're not giving it free. People are going to pay for it. You can only give it free maybe in the rural communities. But in these highly populated, densely populated areas or population centers, like on the Greater Onitsha that has almost 10 million people, I should have 24-hour water supply. Awka that has almost 2 to 3 million people should have water supply. Nnewi that has up to 2 million people should have water supply 24 hours. So I don't know what's going on. But if you know, you can actually drop in the comment section. If you know, you can drop in this comment section. Do you believe Soludo that he can solve this problem? Most of the time he's saying, I'm not a politician, I promise this, I will do it. Although he keep on saying this thing, but he was always delaying. 2 years is almost gone. The first year he would have provided water immediately. The insecurity will not even stop him. Because the fact is that if there's no money, you borrow money, 6 months the water is there. And the thing start paying itself. This is a sure banker that the money you borrow to provide water will be paid. But as he's saying, he's changing gear. Let's wait for this year and see if he's going to really fulfill this promise. As you are building roads, water is also something that you can solve within 6 months. Within 6 months, water will be running. The taps that are not running All these fire incidents in Onitsha and all those things, if there were water supply and public water everywhere in every house, do you think most of these houses and businesses that have been destroyed by fire will happen? It won't, because if the fire service, even if they fail, the people will now open the tap and just deal with the fire, because there will be enough water to fight the fire. So, and all these dirty streets, dirty roads, dirty houses and all those things, do you think it will be happening? The water would have been used to clean many places. Even the drainages that smelling and all those things would have been used to clean those areas. So, and this one thing the government should be serious about. Enough of talking. We need action. We need a completed project. We need water to be running again. We need water to be running again. You know? So I don't know what we are going to call this. Soludo to end the water crisis in Anambra State this year. Soludo to end the water crisis in Anambra State this year. Soludo to end water crisis in major urban areas this year. So I think that's what we're going to call it. So, and if you have any other opinion, you can drop it here. So, I don't know. So, let's keep on discussing about this so that the politicians will try to make, sense can come into them. The urgency, because they don't even think it's urgent. They don't think it's urgent, because if they do, they will know how important water is. And in their private houses, they have water. They have 24-hour water. They drill the borehole, they distribute it in their houses, and the water is always there. But when they get into power, they seem not to think that people need clean drinking water. That part of the health system is water. That without water, you will not think about having good health in the state. Water is part of the food security, the food chain. How will the people survive without clean drinking water? So they've been drinking all this wage water, dirty, untreated borehole that have been dug everywhere, that have been causing environmental problems, causing a lot of problems. So how long can we continue to suffer? How long can Anambra State, Ndi Anambra, how can we continue on this? So that's why in this channel, we are very passionate, we are very blunt, we say it as it is, and we demand that this problem be solved. It's terrible that this, we'll be talking about provision of water in the 21st century, 2024. We are still talking about provision of water. But if he can, at the last, end this disgrace, this shame of a state, or a shame of a nation that cannot provide water, talking about big things, but they cannot, the one that can be solved, they cannot. So, if he can do this, I bet you we can count one problem a government has solved in Anambra State. Because if you look at Anambra State, you can't say anybody has solved one single problem. Rather, they created many problems. You see erosion ravaging everywhere. It was as a result of failure in government. The place is very dirty. It's a result of failure over the years of failure of government. Now, Soludo is trying to fight this illegal trading and illegal attachment and the structures on the major roadside. And some people were complaining also, saying all sorts of things. So can we continue in this mess? So if he can actually be more focused and solve this problem, the problem is that a lot of delay has gone into his government. A lot of stagnation, delay, not being quick enough in carrying out what he has said he wants to do. thinking that there are a lot of time waiting for him. So now, if he move forward, if he move with that accelerated speed or changing gear agenda he's talking about, let's see them being acted. Let's see them happening. Once it start happening, people will be happy again. I'm telling you, people will surely be happy. So that's what we're discussing. So I want to hear from you. I am Kodili-nye. Please subscribe to this vlog, and we will discuss it further. We will continue discussing it until those in the power hear the voice of the people. So I do believe that you must have experienced the disgrace of not having water. In many, not just Anambra State, in Lagos, there's no water running anywhere. In many of the, even with Lagos also, that has water everywhere, no water. Go to many of these states, no water. So, and these politicians are there, driving in convoys. Nobody's talking about it. Every year you'll be hearing, oh, Greater Onitsha water scheme has been awarded, but nothing come out of it. Oh, it's been approved, it's in the budget, and nothing come out of it. So what is happening to us? What is happening to Africans? What is happening to Anambra State? What is happening to Nigerians? Can we solve a simple problem? Can we solve this problem once and for all? Let's be honest with ourselves. I think we have failed. Governance has failed completely. So let's go back to the drawing board. So if Soludo is talking about dealing with this issue, look at the state of things. This is supposed to be where the offices where you generate water, where the water station is supposed to be. Look at the mess. Look at the mess. Look at the mess. Look at the generating plants, all abandoned, all in rusty situation, dusty everywhere. So if he can bring this thing to back to life, I'm telling you, that will show that the government is serious with other things. But if he can solve 1, 2, 3 problems, starting from one, solve one, let's see. And you can come out and say, look, there wasn't any, and these politicians, I'm telling you, they have everything to make themselves popular for years to come. If he solved the problem of water, he can come out boldly and said, there is water running in all the key cities in Anambra State, or population centers, or urban centers. So anybody that has a contrary view, come out and say it. It's not like the other governor, Willie Obiano, was promising and saying, I've done everything, I've built every road, I've constructed 1,000 roads, which is not true. He didn't, not even up to 10 roads he constructed in the state. Everywhere collapsed. So that's exactly. So if he can boldly come out and say, look, there is water everywhere. You can check it. If it's not running in Onitsha, come and tell me. So this can be verified. He can also say, okay, I've tidied up the streets. Go to the major roads in Onitsha, 10 major roads. Come and see, no attachment, everywhere clean, trees planted. See it, I'm beginning to change things. And he will say it, people will see it. No street trading on these roads. And you see them. This is something you accomplish in few months. Not even in a year, but in few months. 3 months, 6 months. So that's what we are discussing about. In this channel, we are very blunt. We say it as it because our homeland must be livable and our homeland must be prosperous. Our homeland must be a final destination, not always the departure point. People cannot be running away from this homeland. Let's turn this, our homeland, to be African Dubai, Taiwan. Let the water start running again. Let there be clean drinking water. So that's when I saw the news. I was happy, but I said, let me wait 2-3 months and see if anything is going to come out of this. Because there's no point of giving this contract to one single contractor. Because Giving it to like Onitsha water skin should be given to many contractors. Those that will be laying the pipes, give it to 4 or 5 companies. Those that will be laying out pipes, those that will be drilling temporary boreholes, those that will be distributing it. So within 6 months, you accomplish everything. But giving it to one single contractor might lead to 1 year, nothing has been done. Something that should be in 6 months or 4 months. So that's what I'm looking at the system, what they are doing. I don't know if it's going to succeed, but only God help us in all this. So let's wait and see. That's Obi's water skin in Agwata local government. That's the state. That's the state. I think we'll be rounding up here. I am still called the NYA. If you have any suggestions, any comment on this, the promise of Soludo to end water crisis in the state, water shortages in Anambra State, especially in the major urban centers and populated population centers. If you have any comment on that, you can drop you can drop your comment. Remember, if you have not subscribed or you are joining this video, we are discussing about the promise to end the water crisis in the Anambra State, especially in the major urban areas or population centers. Please subscribe, please share to many people, so that we continue the discussion. I am called the NYA, the son of wonderful. I hope that you are having a wonderful time, and I believe that wonders shall be seen around you. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.